Looks like old Doc got here just in time. How have you survived with a droid and Little Miss Uptight as your only friends?
T7's as loyal as they come, and you should address my fellow Jedi by her name.
No offense intended. I stopped listening to names after I heard yours. Before I settle in, a few things. First, I like my quarters kept at least 5 degrees warmer than the rest of the ship. I only eat energy pudding, so stock up on that. Also, give me 30 minutes in the refresher every morning. That's all.
Are you sure there isn't more? I could have T7 clean your laundry, or read you bedtime stories.
I make my own bedtime stories, gorgeous. Play your cards right, I'll make yours too. Never seen a ship's med bay right next to the engine compartment before. Not exactly convenient. I've done better with worse. Until I have everything online, stay in one piece. Doctor's orders. So far, so good. And now that we're a team, figure it's only a matter of time before the whole galaxy gets saved. Not too early for vacation planning, gorgeous. Old Doc's ready to whisk you away someplace special when this war's over.
When the Sith Empire is defeated, I'll go wherever the Jedi Council assigns me.
Sure, eventually. But until then, the stars are wide open. Working too hard is bad for you. Trust me. I'm a doctor. Don't make me confine you to bed rest, beautiful. Unless you want me to.
Not if you were the last living thing in the whole galaxy.
What? You don't respect me as a doctor? I'm more than just a ruggedly handsome face, you know. You'll come around. They always do. Gotta say, this is one comfy starship. Never saw anything this cushy on the Outer Rim. Those fringers use rocks for pillows. And medical care? Forget it. Kolto might as well be a myth. Tough work being a doctor outside the Corps.
I take it you didn't start your career on Balmorra?
Born on Raltier. Graduated Coruscant University. Highest honors. I could have gone home, had a safe medical practice, and died of boredom. But I'm a man of action. You have any idea how many people have tried to kill me for bringing quality healthcare to their planets?
You must have a lot of unhappy customers.
All my patients love me. Even the ones who don't make it. The frontier worlds are crawling with pirates, gangsters, and tax collectors. But they're no match for old Doc. Not everyone needs a laser sword and mind tricks to get out of a tight spot.
You have your own special abilities.
Nice of you to notice. If I were you, I wouldn't leave the ship without me. I knew you were coming. Every time you're in the area, the local air temperature goes up 10 degrees.
That line was old when they founded the Republic.
What can I tell you? I'm drawn to the classics. We could dance around each other for weeks, beautiful. But who has that kind of time? Let's admit the truth and get on with it. We're like two asteroids on a collision course. All that's left is colliding.
Careful what you wish for. I'll break you into a million pieces.
I'm sturdier than you think. Sounds like, you're the one who's afraid.
I hardly know you. What kind of woman lets a strange man kiss her?
I get it. You enjoy the chase. All right. Go ahead and run. When you get tired, I'll, help you catch your breath. Life of a combat medic. Long hours, grueling work. Patients bleeding all over your nice clothes. I'm not complaining. Nothing beats the look of gratitude from someone whose life you just saved. But my female patients are always developing feelings for me. Some just won't take no for an answer.
You're a hard man to resist.
Can't help being born handsome with charisma to spare. We all have our curses. I figure Jedi have the same problem. You must have admirers lined up from one end of the galaxy to the other.
I have billions of fans on Coruscant alone.
Just imagine how popular we'll be after we knock the Sith Empire into a black hole. If I were you, I'd get some extra sleep now. You can get along without me for a bit, right? Need to pop over to Alderaan. Old friend of mine there got kidnapped by gangsters. They'll kill her if I don't deliver the spice they paid me for.
You realize selling spice is against the law? What's to stop me from turning you in?
They only paid me for spice. Never planned to actually deliver any. couple of years back, I scammed this gang for a bulk load of credits. Spent everything to set up a refugee hospital in Alderaan. My friend is the head doctor there. I guess the gangsters finally figured out where all the money went.
They're holding your friend hostage until you give them the credits, or the spice.
I'm going undercover for Republic Customs. Once I deliver the spice and free my friend, the good guys swoop in. Gangsters go to prison and my friend gets her hospital back. Whole plan's foolproof. Won't take any time at all.
This sounds too dangerous for you to handle alone. I should come.
Oh, it's sweet, gorgeous. But there are some things a man just has to do for himself. Those gangsters were smarter than I thought. But the Republic hostage negotiators talked him out of killing me. They were really something.
I assume the woman you went to save also survived?
Old Doc never lets down a lady in distress. My friend got away clean. We never got a chance to catch up, but, hey, that's her on the holo. Probably wants to say thanks. Hey, pretend you work for me, alright? You look terrific, Prudy. Have you lost weight? Love the new hairstyle.
2 years without so much as a holo, and that's all you can say. You abandoned me at our wedding.
You never told me you had a wife.
We're not married. We were barely even engaged.
I thought you loved me. You said all those wonderful things on Ord Mantell.
Prudy, sweetheart. Those were sweet nothings. You should never take those at face value.
My parents flew all the way from Coruscant for a wedding that never happened. You loathsome cad. I wish I'd never met you.
Whatever happened before, Doc risked his life to save you.
I'd never have been kidnapped if it wasn't for him.
Look on the bright side, Prudy. You still have that hospital I bought you.
The gangsters burned it to the ground.
She still loves me. Those gangsters on Alderaan brought back some great memories. Oh, they used to call me Doc Operator back in the day. I was the go-to guy for everything medical. Trauma kits, surgical droids, hospitals, you name it, and I could get it. One time, this hut was hoarding med packs after a massive groundquake, selling them at an obscene markup. I tricked Mandalorians into attacking his palace.
Pitting Mandalorians against a hut? You enjoy living dangerously, Doc.
That's why you can't resist me. I forged a death mark signed by the hut against the Mandalorian clan. They, accidentally found it with a little help from yours truly. The Mandalorians attacked the hut palace in record time. By sheer coincidence, I was there to sweep in and clear out the hut's medpacks.
You could have been killed doing that alone. Promise you'll take me along if you ever do anything that crazy again.
Done. I won't need the Mandalorians. Thanks to an anonymous donor, every hospital in the disaster zone received supplies to treat their patients. Saved thousands of lives. That was small time compared to what we're doing. When we save the galaxy, I'm not staying anonymous. This ship is way too quiet. No offense to the others, but you're the only decent conversationalist here. Question is, are you interested in more than just talking?
We haven't spoken about Prudy on Alderaan. You left her broken-hearted, Doc. Why did you abandon her?
I didn't abandon her. She was clingy. Making plans faster than I could react. Prudy's a wonderful girl. Someday she'll make a boring, proper gentleman very happy. Old Doc just isn't the settling type.
What bothers you most? Marriage or commitment in general?
That's a trick question. And the answer is, I love freedom. That's why I fight for the Republic. Forget about Prudy, all right? She's the past. You're the now.
Being with you violates my vow of non-attachment. I can't do that lightly.
Sure you can. Anything you break, I can fix. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Come back anytime. Soon is good. Can't believe this. Standards at the Republic Health Administration must be non-existent. I went to medical school with a new acting head. Guy is a moron. Doesn't know a vibra scalpel from a field cauterizer. Barely passed his final exams. How is he the top doctor in the Republic?
The Republic isn't a meritocracy. I'm sure he bribed all the right politicians.
This is what always happens. Real doctors go out and save lives. Idiots stay on Coruscant and get themselves promoted. So what if this guy invented a vaccine for Zabrak scalp necrosis? I could have done it. I was just busy.
What is Zabrak scalp necrosis? It sounds bad.
Oh, it's just a low-grade flesh-eating virus. Makes Zabrak's horns fall out. Embarrassing, not life-threatening. Tell you this much. Enough's enough. No more Mr. Nice Doc. The galaxy's gonna find out what a real physician looks like. I gotta find a disease to cure. Something really unpleasant. Old Doc's always been more of a lover than a fighter. But I had to up my game since you came around. It's not easy looking good when you're fighting next to a Jedi. But I figured out the trick.
You're dashing even when you're only standing around.
That comes naturally. I'm talking about skill, gorgeous. Yep. Next time we're surrounded by the scum of the galaxy, they're gonna be sorry they met me. Every time I think I've seen it all, the galaxy shows me something new and crazy. The latest Journal of Xenomedicine reports that Wookiees live for centuries and mate for life. How can they do that? It's unnatural.
So you lack the endurance to stay with a woman more than a few weeks?
It's not about endurance, gorgeous. It's about enthusiasm. Always best to quit at the top of your game. Catching up on the latest medical data always makes me hungry, and I hate eating alone. What do you say, beautiful? Grab a bite?
I had something else in mind, but if you aren't feeling up to it...
Snack time can wait. Alright. Now I'm really hungry. But it was worth it. What's a little starvation between friends?
I'm a bit famished myself.
Race you to the food storage. If Sergeant Rusk ate all my energy pudding again, I'm gonna be upset. That man has no respect for other people's food. It shouldn't be this hard to find a terrible disease I can cure. All the good ones are taken. All that's left are embarrassing things like Both and Nether Rot or diseases that'll take decades to treat. I don't have that kind of time.
There's bound to be something you can cure. Does it have to be a major disease? There are plenty of uncommon ones.
You don't understand how medicine works. If no one knows it's a disease, they don't care if you cure it. This won't keep me down. I'll cure an important disease even if I have to create it myself. Say, that's not a bad idea.
The galaxy doesn't need any new diseases, Doc.
What's the harm? I'd cure it right away. I'm glad you stopped by, but old Doc has thinking to do. You should go meditate, clean your lightsaber and whatever. Old Doc's luck is finally turning around. Got a holocall from this ravishing Ratataki I knew on Hutta. Big opportunity to cure something important.
Ravishing Ratataki, eh? Sounds like I might have some competition.
Until you came along, she was the greatest afternoon I ever had. But don't worry, I'm over her. My friend's old employer is a Hutt cartel boss named Nemro. He's infected with an incurable disease. It's eating him alive. Literally. No one's ever cured what Nemro has. He'll pay top credits to any doctor who can save his life. This is my big chance.
You never said you were in this for the money.
The credits are just a bonus. The real reward is my name on every Hutt's lips from here to the deep core. Turns out, I studied this disease back in medical school. There's an experimental treatment no one's ever been able to try. It's too risky. I figure if there's a safe place to work with toxic chemicals, it's a Jedi starship. I know you don't mind.
I don't want any toxic substances on this ship.
Relax, will you? I'm already mixing the solution and it hasn't exploded. It's a good sign. Now give old Doc room to work. I got a date with medical history. The treatment formula's ready. Good thing. Nemro's half the Hutt he used to be. My friend's on her way to help. How's my hair? These clothes fit all right? Old Doc's gotta look his best for the historical record.
Worry about your appearance after you've cured Nemro.
By then it'll be too late. When I save Nemro's life, the holo journalists will be all over me. Oh, here she comes. Look at you, gorgeous. Love the new tattoo, huh? Nice gun.
Let's get this over with. I don't enjoy playing hostage. Not for you, anyway.
I need to make sure Nemro doesn't try to keep me all to himself after I cure him. Huts occasionally confuse gratitude with kidnapping. Nemro's got a soft spot for my friend. I'm paying her to stay here as my hostage while I fly to Hutta. Brilliant, huh?
What's the going rate for a professional hostage?
She charges by the minute. Worth every credit. Sit tight while I take care of business. I'll be back in no time. But before I become the most important medical specialist since Chorus Vondar, how about a kiss for luck?
You'll get something much better than a kiss when you get back.
Now that's a heroic send-off. Nemro will be healthy as a rancor in a meat factory. Or my name isn't Doc.
Word to the wise. Every girl is allowed one indiscretion. Doc counts as two.
If you have a story to share, I'm all ears.
It's nothing you haven't already learned for yourself. Anyway, that's enough polite chit-chat. Is there anything interesting to eat on this rust bucket? I'm famished.
I did it! Nemro's gonna live. The disease is cured. He's already regenerated lost tissue and organs.
Wonderful news. I can leave. It's been amusing.
You're not gonna stay and help us celebrate?
Ha! No.
She said awful things about you. Be happy she's leaving.
Well, not everyone can appreciate greatness. Lucky for me, I have real fans. The important thing is, old Doc finally made his mark. When the Journal of Xenomedicine hears this, people will know my name. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm putting your name in the special thanks section of my article, at the top even. This is the worst day of my life. Some idiot bounty hunter killed Nemro the Hutt before the Journal of Xenomedicine could examine him. They can't verify my treatment worked because Nemro's a big messy puddle of goo. There's no proof I saved him.
I know how hard you worked to develop that cure.
The average Hutt lifespan is 1,000 years. Nemro was only 600. Stupid bounty hunter. My only hope is someone else coming down with the disease so I can cure it again. I'm not holding my breath. The disease is rare. It could be years, decades before I get another shot at it.
I know how your mind works. Don't even think about infecting someone with that terrible disease.
I'm not a monster. It would be a mild strain. You know what? The Journal of Xenomedicine can take a flying leap into a black hole. I'm starting my own blasted journal. I've had enough medical adventures these past few years to fill a library. And I'm telling people all about them.
Good. Your knowledge will make the galaxy a better place.
And if I get moderately famous in the process, that's all right too. Publishing a HoloNet journal won't be easy. I'm gonna need recorders, edit droids, and a good S-thread broadcaster. That's some serious scratch. I'll have to start charging for my services. You understand.
Why don't we rob an Imperial bank for the money?
This is why I keep you around. You say what I'm thinking. If someone was going crazy, would your Jedi powers let you know?
I've known about your insanity for a long time. I've chosen to ignore it.
I don't mean my usual liveliness. Thing is, I've been thinking about someone. A lot. I can't get her out of my head. It's not normal.
Unless that someone is standing in the room with you, we probably shouldn't have this conversation.
Like I have time to date anyone else. If I'm going crazy, I don't want to be the only one. You think she might feel the same way about me?
She might be waiting for you to behave like an adult for a change.
Adults, huh? I studied those in med school. All I know is, can't stop thinking. And that's a first. Now that the galaxy has a future again, maybe old Doc better cogitate on his future. And who's in it. Alright, you win. Here's the deal. I'm good-looking, smart, and charming. I'm a top-flight medical specialist who does charity work. I've completely stopped looking at other women, which should be physically impossible. Bottom line, I'm pretty sure I love you. This war may go on forever, but that's no excuse not to get married. I can't believe I just said that.
You didn't actually propose. I can't tell if you're applying for a job or just babbling.
Knew I should have written this down. I want us to spend the rest of our lives together, like the Wookiees. I'm asking you to make an honest man out of me.
I don't know about the honest part, but I'll happily spend the rest of my life with you.
Seeger!
Get your shiny tail out here! It's a go!
I am Ceremony, Gala, and Ritual Droid designation CGR-80. You may call me Seeger. Shall we begin your joining?
Have you been hiding on my ship? I need to chat with Sergeant Rusk and Kira about security.
Please. They're no match for old Doc. I've had Seeger on board for weeks.
Please hold hands while I recite the terms of bonding. In all the galaxy, there is no greater force than true love. Love sustains, nourishes, and protects. Without love, the galaxy would be cold and empty. Your bond lends fire to the stars, dissolving the darkness. Do you take this man as your husband, to cherish for the rest of your days?
I suppose it's too late to back out.
Not funny.
Do you take this woman as your wife, to honor in word and deed?
Definitely and always. We married yet?
May your love transcend time, distance, and all barriers between. The terms of bonding are complete. You may now kiss.
Seeger, be a good droid and deactivate yourself. We'll drop you off at the next stop.
Please do. I'm scheduled to preside over a Rhodian Harvest Festival in 3 days. Rhodians expect punctuality.
So there you have it. You and me. Together forever.
You're sure this is what you really want?
Too late to back out, beautiful. You're stuck with me. Funniest thing, that thrill I used to get from saving a patient? It's gone. Once you're saving the galaxy, nothing else compares. I mean, how many doctors get to say they saved a septillion beings? I'm thinking it's just me.
Not many doctors have married a Jedi either.
That's a different kind of thrill. Point is, if you hadn't taken me along for this ride, I would have missed out. I appreciate that. In fact, I am offering free medical care for you and anyone else you want. Lifetime guarantee.
Free medical care for the galaxy will make us even.
Did I say free? I meant, steeply discounted. I've also figured out a way for us to have children without having to explain it to anyone. Those robes you people wear are pretty spacious. I'm betting we could hide a little Doc under them.
Our genetics have key differences. Children might not be possible.
There's always adoption. Balmora is full of orphans who need a good home. I'll make a great dad. Think of everything I can teach the little scamps.